All right, live from Nerd Bacon HQ in Des Moines, Iowa. Well, I guess West Des Moines, Iowa today. This is the Level Up Lariat podcast right here at twitch.tv/nerdbacon and archived at the YouTube video site of Nerd Bacon. I'm all confused today. My name is Jeff, a.k.a. Jeff Roth from Bacon.com.
And I'm Dave the Watchman from Bacon.com.
And I'm Level Up Justin from Bacon.com.
And yeah, you'll see there's two of us in one screen for the first time in many a moon.
That's right.
Dave was in the area. I said, "I'll come over and hang out." And I said, "Sure." I don't have people over here. I'm all alone. And you can tell it's baseball season because Justin has his Red Sox cap on because they got JD Martinez. I've got my Cubs hat on because we got Yu Darvish. So it's baseball.
What happened to Arrieta?
I think
he's not signed yet.
Yeah, he's still in the free agent market.
How is he not signed?
Money?
I think people think he's past his prime.
That's bullshit.
He's still got plenty of good seasons left in him.
I would think the same thing, but I think
he may not have another Cy Young in him, but that's really crazy that he hasn't gotten signed yet.
That's true.
Brewers are where it's looking like he's gonna go.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, it's even worse. So yeah, we kind of just threw this thing together here at the last second. We were like, hey, let's just do it here. Done. So if things sound and look odd, it's my fault. Just blame me.
Well, it's my fault. I'm also tearing apart my office, preparing to move.
Yeah,
yes, you
sucks.
are.
Yeah.
As someone who's moved in the past couple months, it sucks to move.
Yeah, moving does suck.
Especially in the winter. Especially when it's a complete ice storm outside. Like if you look outside my window, it's just ice.
Well, that's why I'm waiting till the end of March. But I want to be proactive about it.
Sure.
Because I have a tendency not to be proactive.
To
be amateur active.
But you're trying to stay on it. That's all that matters.
Right. So hopefully the echo's not coming through the microphone because Justin's here and we're here and we're just slapping it together. So that's a loud clap. So if you're wearing headphones, then you just got screwed.
You just got the clap.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Anyway, this podcast is mainly about us being dicks, but also about professional wrestling and the world of video games. Fellas, let's dig into professional wrestling. Not a whole lot of news happened this week on either end, but we took last week off because we were we needed to charge our batteries a little bit, and you were moving, and Justin was being Justin, and I was feeling sick anyway, so we took last week off. But we kind of go back on the fact that we have two new entrants into the WWE Hall of Fame, one being Ivory.
That's cool.
The former women's champion, and they will always say paved the way for the revolution and whatever, because even though she didn't know it was happening, she paved the way for it. I really enjoyed Ivory. I thought she was kind of underrated for what she was there for, but I really enjoyed her work, especially when she went over to the Right to Censor. I thought that was really cool to make her part of that. But Ivory is very deserving of a Hall of Fame nod. Am I alone in this statement?
I'm surprised that she wasn't in the Hall of Fame already, to be quite frank with you. I thought she was in already. Yep. So
I was actually surprised as well.
A well-deserved choice.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I was really surprised. I figured she would either have been in by now or it would have been recent. But the fact that they were like, oh, by the way, Ivory's in, I was like, oh, why isn't she in already? But I guess there's your women entrant for the year, I suppose.
They were highlighting some good feuds, including her most known rival was China, so they had a nice little vignette of her and China's rivalry there, including their WrestleMania 17, the WrestleMania X7 match. 17 still stands as the best WrestleMania, just putting that out there.
Ivory was really... I don't know if I would say that she paved the way, but maybe she did in a way, because she was kind of the one that was always overlooked but could actually put on a good match. Because this was back when the women wrestlers were more just like eye candy instead of wrestlers. But Ivory was the one that they were like, let's not stick her in a swimsuit this week.
Right.
Let's put her in a match. Right. Like she and Jacqueline.
Yeah, and it was what stuck out to me was the fact that Ivory was not in the Women's Royal Rumble. And because you figure, if they bring a woman back to the Royal Rumble, then obviously they're going to the Hall of Fame. But
again, that goes to my point of she was always the one that was kind of overlooked.
Yep. Yeah. Maybe she was busy that day. Who knows? But,
I'd love to know how she would fare if she were wrestling in today's women's climate. Like how
I think her and Charlotte would have a bomb ass rivalry. Those would be great matches.
Yeah, I think she just has a style that would better suit nowadays women's wrestling, and she was never, like you said, put in any sort of like. I mean, there might have been a match here and a match there were a few. Like a bra and panties match here or there or something that she did.
No women got away without a bra and panties match back in the day.
Right.
But she was, like you said, she was overlooked, and she really finally going to get some due, which it's really well deserved. And I think now, like, it would be interesting to see, like, in their prime, Ivory versus like a Charlotte or a Becky Lynch.
Sure.
Even a Sasha Banks, I think would be like a good match for her.
That sounds like a great advertisement for WWE 2K19.
Don't make our mistake and buy it day one.
I did not. I didn't buy 2K.
Fire Pro Wrestling World exists. It'll be on PS4 before long. Buy that. Yep.
That's what I'll be doing.
Yeah. And you can watch Fire Pro Wrestling World on the Jeff Roth Twitch channel as well as the YouTube channel. JFWF Saturday Night. I just crowned a new Twitch champion.
Who's the Twitch champion?
Luigi bested the then champion Magnum TA.
Oh my goodness!
It was a hellacious match. So if you want to check the highlights of the past 3 episodes of JFWF Saturday Night, it's on youtube.com/Jeff of all games.
It's rigged.
No, because you can bet fake points on them too.
Wow!
You put a betting system on. Anyway, I just want to toot my own horn a little bit. Anyway, next in the Hall of Fame is one that must be the biggest rib in company history.
Holy shnikes.
Yeah, here we go.
Double J himself, Jeff Jarrett, the man who screwed Vince McMahon, who held him up for money, who basically was the enemy of him for years and years and years, is going into the Hall of Fame.
I was shocked.
I was very shocked, and I'll be the first to say okay. My feeling on Jeff Jarrett was that I didn't care about the character. The slap nuts was stupid. The don't piss me off was stupid. He went to WCW, and him and Vince Russo were best buds, and I just didn't care.
I kind of liked his run at WCW's end because he was like the top guy, the top heel in WCW, and he was the chosen one and everything. I was kind of digging that. He was doing some good work over there.
I liked his stuff in TNA, and obviously, there's reasons why he was the top guy in TNA. But
right.
The fact is, like, people who've met him said he's the super cool, down there and chill dude, and the fact his impact on professional wrestling cannot be understated. I mean, his contributions to the business are vast, and I think he's very deserving of the Hall of Fame.
Well, I think he is deserving. I was just shocked because Vince has been a very forgiving person, but Jeff Jarrett, because of the China holdup that he did back in the day, he basically held Vince up for $250,000 because his contract expired the night of a pay-per-view, so it had expired a few hours before the pay-per-view were to begin, and he was supposed to defend the Intercontinental Championship against China that night.
I think he was supposed to drop it, too.
So they were frantic just to get him signed for a one-night deal so he could go and defend this belt, because this was a huge monumental thing. China was going to win the IC belt, I think, for the first time that night.
Right.
This would be the first female IC champion. But nobody could find Jeff Jarrett because he was like purposely hiding out from everybody, and he basically squeezed Vince for $250,000 to go on that night and drop the belt and do the honors before he went to WCW. So out of all the people that Vince had run-ins with or who had run-ins with the WWE, Jeff Jarrett was the one that Vince would never seem to forgive. In fact, when they bought WCW, I remember this is like the only thing I remember from that episode where WCW got purchased by WWE. And that was the one where they had Shane on Nitro and Vince on Raw at the same time. But I remember they were looking backstage. They would have these little vignettes where Vince was watching like some of the wrestlers and making comments. And then they had this one part where Vince was there and they had Jeff Jarrett on screen. And I think Vince, I don't remember verbatim what he said about Jeff Jarrett, but it was something disparaging. And he's like, "Jeff Jarrett, you're fired." It was a real public firing, guys.
Yeah, that was a real deal.
Yeah. And there has never been any type of rumor of contact between Jeff Jarrett and WWE since that night in 2001. So when I saw my Twitter feed, and this is no way you should ever learn about any type of news story, but when you see the Iron Sheik tweeting about Jeff Jarrett, I was like, oh shit, he's dead. Jeff Jarrett is dead.
Well,
Right.
the Sheik's doing it. It's fucking
But
bullshit.
yeah. No, it's like, you forever Hall of Fame, brother. It's like, you forever Hall of Fame. He's either dead or no. And then I clicked on the picture and it's like Jeff Jarrett, WWE Hall of Fame. I'm like, again, shocked. Absolutely shocked. Again, that goes to show you anything can happen to the WWE, and that really shows.
Maybe Vince is sick.
So,
Well,
I know I'm being really long-winded. I'm kind of bogarting this.
no, you're going to say exactly what I was going to say, so go ahead.
So there were like 2 or 3 things that I thought were happening. Either Vince is sick and dying, Jeff Jarrett is sick or dying, or the third one was they're on the verge of purchasing Impact's tape library.
Sure.
That's probably it.
Well, I would lean more towards that because Vader is sick and dying, and he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Vader should be in the Hall of Fame. Vader was great.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree. There's still a chance, I guess, right?
Hopefully he makes it. Like, hopefully he's there in person and it's not posthumous.
Well,
but...
yeah, he should have already been in as it is.
Oh,
but...
yeah.
Mick Foley should be the one to induct him because that was the match. He was in a match with Vader. That's the one that he lost his ear in Germany.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, about Jeff Jarrett, who I think it'd be great if Road Dogg inducted him.
Oh yeah.
Since he was his roadie for so long.
Oh yeah, that would be perfect.
Yeah. If it wasn't, I mean, I'd pay good money to see Vince induct him.
That'd be great. It's not gonna happen.
No,
Not gonna
it's gonna be
happen.
the Road Dogg.
Not gonna
What
happen,
if Dixie
but
Carter comes and inducts him? That'd be weird.
that'd
What
be
if they
weird.
make Kurt Angle induct him?
Ooh.
Or Bischoff? I mean,
It could
Bischoff
be
is in good
Bischoff.
with them right
Angle's
now.
more uncomfortable because the whole wife swap thing.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, like Dave kind of mentioned earlier, like, what if this is Vince in the start of like, hey, I'm buying the TNA library here, and I'm getting Jeff. Obviously, Jeff Jarrett's he had his falling out with Impact or Global Force Wrestling or whatever it's called right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
But obviously we got Woken Hardy, and I think there was talk that he can now use Broken Hardy or something like that. There was something I seen online. I don't know how accurate it is. But
Yes.
he can use it now if he wanted.
He does own the rights to the Broken character and the Broken universe.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But I think he's going to continue being Woken in WWE. Just so.
Right. Maybe something will happen and he'll go from Woken to Broken.
I think
But
it's a
anyway.
slow burn.
Yeah. I think so too, but maybe this is just the start of Vince buying the TNA brand or library. He's already got the TNA poster child and AJ Styles, so
Right.
yeah. I mean, this was surprising. You guys actually, I had gotten the gling on my phone. I looked, and then I seen the text messages coming through with you guys sending the messages, and I'm like, I cannot believe. I didn't think in my lifetime I'd see Jeff Jarrett inducted. I just didn't think it would happen. There's too much bad blood there, but. Who knows? I mean,
I didn't think I'd ever want to see Jeff Jarrett inducted.
no, right?
He's worthy, but
He's worthy.
So is he going to be like the WWE 2K19 poster person? Because the past few years, the video game has always tied into who is inducted into the Hall of Fame. They had Goldberg last year, so is it Jeff Jarrett this year?
Well, Goldberg's been in there for a couple of years because Goldberg was there when he made his comeback.
Well, but no, I mean, okay, so the headliner this year is remind me if I don't.
Goldberg.
Goldberg's this year's Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
That's
weird, though. If he's headlining, he got announced first, and that's weird.
Well, don't they announce the headliner first?
Yeah, they usually announce the headliner first.
Usually, I thought Angle got announced last year.
I thought he got announced
I thought
first.
he could. I don't know. I don't think Jarrett will be featured like Goldberg or Sting or anything like that. But I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, oh, by the way, Jarrett's in the new game, or something. But I don't know. We might be pushing it there. Vince might just say, okay, we're going to induct you, but let's slow your roll a little bit, And...
Yeah.
See, I want you to actually show up.
Right.
Maybe he'll show up and he'll request money to be inducted.
Yeah, there you go.
No, so I see. I liked Jeff Jarrett's run, kind of similar to what Dave liked. I liked his the heyday WCW run. I actually did enjoy, as corny as it was, the Slapnuts run. I had a Slapnuts T-shirt that my dad would not let me wear to school. So,
very wise.
Yes,
very wise.
So I did enjoy that. So I'm kind of secretly hoping he comes out and that's like the first thing he says to the crowd.
Listen up, Slapnuts.
Yeah. It's corny, but whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe he calls Vince Slapnuts.
There you go. Also, fellas, so that's kind of the Hall of Fame stuff. Obviously, so now we have Goldberg, Ivory, Jeff Jarrett, Dudley Boys.
Yes.
We still waiting for celebrity to go in.
A celebrity, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's some sort of like foreign or I don't know, like a.
There should be like an announcer. Like you should put like Gordon Soley or
oh yeah
oh god, he just recently passed. Vance. Oh my god, what's his name? Vance Russell. Lance Russell. Excuse me.
Okay.
He recently passed, but one of the great voices of old.
Tony Schiavone.
Yes, put Schiavone in. My God, like go. His podcast is great, by the way. The podcasts of Schiavone and Bruce Pritchard, both of them are great.
Yeah, and his voice is iconic. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. Also, this Sunday is the Elimination Chamber.
Does it feel weird? It's this Sunday?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
It feels weird because I always ignored that pay-per-view.
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm just like hung up on the fact that there should not be a pay-per-view at all between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania.
And there's two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One per brand. But they're all... So after WrestleMania...
Yes.
They're going to stop the branded pay-per-views and just do one per month. I think it's costing too much, first of all. But at the same time, if they're going to put the entire roster on one show, that's leaving off a lot of your roster.
Well, and the article I read about that was that the talk is that there's going to be some sort of draft or some sort of brand swap that may take place at the first pay-per-view after Mania, and then from that pay-per-view on, it's going to be dual branded. They won't do any more separate brand shows, and a lot of that they said is because they're finding that they're just like using like the same people, same matches. But like you said, they're going to be leaving they're either going to be 4-hour pay-per-views every time, or they're going to be leaving off like a good third of the matches you would normally see.
If I were a cruiserweight, I'd be very nervous about my job right now.
Yeah.
I would say half and half. I'm only saying half and half because Triple H is now in charge of 205 Live. So if he can work wonders with NXT, let's see what he can do with 205.
Just make it a network show.
Just make it that or just get rid of 205 Live and put the damn guys on one of the other shows.
Yeah. Like there's great talent there. You just have to know what to do with them.
They don't need purple ring ropes.
No.
They don't need fancy mat that has the logo on the corners.
No.
Just let them wrestle.
Yeah.
And supposedly they're going to focus on a more cruiserweight style show, a la the cruiserweight like tournament versus like this crap that's been being put on. So we'll see.
Put them with other people on the roster. Like you know, if you're gonna have Ricochet versus Finn Balor, that match would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like the tournament that they're doing right now to determine who's gonna take the title away from vacant is
gonna walk away next or get fired next.
Right. Roderick Strong from NXT was in that, and I'm like, now he's gonna get buried on 205.
Yep.
That sucks. He's a good talent, and
he can't cut a promo though. He just his promo skills are lacking, but dude can work.
Right. Mm-hmm. Put him on the faction, he'll be fine.
Yep. Anyway,
he doesn't need to talk.
The Chamber is Sunday. Also, we're going to see Ronda Rousey signing her contract.
There we go.
So something's going to happen. I'm kind of going through GameSpot's kind of lineup right now. What is this?
The thing that I'm excited about for Elimination Chamber is we're getting the singles match of Bray Wyatt versus Matt Hardy. So that's gonna.
We are. That was my reaction to Ronda Rousey signing this Sunday.
Whenever I hear Ronda Rousey, I have to go. She's like, ha ha ha.
Yes.
It's like, all right.
Yeah, the awkward point.
GameSpot's assuming that the contract signing does not go as planned. Go figure.
What?
And Stephanie and Ronda will brawl, setting up a match between Stephanie and Ronda.
No.
Okay, so the rumor is it's going to be Ronda and a partner versus Triple H and Stephanie at Mania.
So they're going to go back to like WrestleMania 32 or something.
Yes, it was supposed to be The Rock, but his movie schedule is not going to allow him to appear at WrestleMania according to whatever. So the talk is now going to be Kurt Angle and Ronda versus Triple H and Stephanie.
Yeah.
Not that I'm looking forward to that, but
I mean, I'm glad that Asuka's getting the chance to a title that she deserved. I mean, make that Rumble mean something, you know. So now if Asuka's going to get her title shot like she won fair and square, then fine.
Well, right, that would put Ronda in a match that she doesn't have to do all the work right up front. She can still train because she'll only be in half the match or half the time.
It'd be her first match, so
right. So you can let somebody else help carry her. So if it was like The Rock or something, you know. Not that he can carry everyone, Roman Reigns. So, what?
Their next is Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. They're predicting to be on the kickoff show.
Oh no, not the kickoff. What?
I mean, they are bearing this feud pretty good.
Yeah, this is a non-important feud, and it sucks because they're wasting two great talents, and I feel like I can't say no that it would not end up. This is a kickoff show worthy feud right now.
I mean, the talent should not be on the kickoff show, but the feud is being wasted.
What's up, Doc Croc? It's Tuesday.
Hi, Doc.
Woo!
It's Taco Tuesday.
Oh, if I can just unbury my car, I'll get some tacos.
Just let it run for like 20 minutes. It'll be good.
All right.
Take your Switch outside, play some Zelda while it's running and melting. You're fine.
Woo!
You're fine, dude.
Yeah. All right. The women's Elimination Chamber match for the women's championship.
Yep.
So the drinking game we're going to do is anytime someone says how historic it is, drink.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
God, I'll be wasted. Especially that match starts the show. No, it's gonna main event it, I bet you.
Because that would be so historic.
Yes.
Because it's historic. Right.
They're paid, way was paid for them, and this revolution, and we get it.
Yeah.
Shut up.
It would only be more historic if they were wrestling in a ring that was sponsored by Domino's Pizza.
In this contest, we're going to see Bayley, Sasha Banks, Sonya Deville, Mandy Rose, Mickie James, along with the current champion, Alexa Bliss. Fellas, GameSpot's picking Alexa Bliss.
I pick Alexa Bliss as well. 100%.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Doc Croc.
Trying to link up stuff on all the platform pages while I listen in. All right, cool.
Yeah, I say Bliss walks out. You can't do a championship change like that before WrestleMania, and that's why I hate having the pay-per-view in between the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. You don't see a major title change like that ever take place on that pay-per-view.
And I think there has been like one or two random ones, but they're usually like one back like the next night on Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah, it's just a meaningless pay-per-view. It's a pay-per-view just to have a pay-per-view for that month.
And that's why I feel like Elimination Chamber should be in a different month. But then you run it too close to Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be a pay-per-view. It should be a match. It should not be a pay-per-view. It should be a match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they did it like Survivor Series. They had an Elimination Chamber match. In SummerSlam, they had one there. It's just like, yes, put them with those.
Yeah, I don't like Hell in a Cell being its own pay-per-view. I do not like Elimination Chamber being its own pay-per-view. Just make those matches, because then they mean more.
I do like Money in the Bank getting its own one, though. I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with Money in the Bank. I agree with that one.
Yeah, I think Alexa Bliss wins too, because no matter what, Nia Jax is winning at Mania.
It's going to be Nia and Bliss at Mania, right?
Yeah, I imagine so, because they're kind of teasing that like they're frenemies now.
Yep. So Asuka jumps ship and challenges Charlotte.
It's going to be Nia and Alexa at WrestleMania. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's what they're teasing right now is Nia versus Alexa at WrestleMania, and the current big rumor, which again these are all rumors, probably totally going to be changed, is that Asuka jumps ship to SmackDown and takes on Charlotte.
That'll be a good match.
Yep.
I'm okay with that match.
That's the match we all kind of want to see.
Although
that's the match,
at Chamber,
that's the
we're going
match
to
we all
see
deserve.
Asuka versus Nia Jax. So, I don't know.
I kind of secretly hope Nia would win this one, but not right now.
Asuka's not going to drop a match prior to
no
WrestleMania.
Right.
She's got the momentum. I guess,
they're going to give her the Goldberg treatment, just a random taser to the armpit, and she's
if it's if it's Asuka, Alexa at Mania, I'm fine with that too. Like, either way, Asuka's winning the championship.
I agree.
Now the men's chamber match is all sorts of effed up. Like it's 7 of them.
Wait, I thought it was 5. No, it's 7. No, way to go, WWE.
I thought it was 20. No, it's 7.
I thought it was 10. No, Ty Dillinger, you get out of here.
Stop burying
I think it was
Ty
his
Dillinger.
birthday, either yesterday or today.
God.
Ty Dillinger, I didn't forget to buy you a birthday card. I just plain didn't buy you a birthday card.
I forgot you worked for me.
Supposedly Vince hates the 10 chant.
Say hello to Double J.
Listen up, slapnuts.
All right.
I like Jeff Jarrett more than I like Ty Dillinger.
Poor guy. Just send him back down to NXT and let the guy work.
Yep. So your the men's lineup for the chamber match: The Miz, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, John Cena, Braun Strowman, Elias, and Finn Balor.
And this is to determine what?
Who faces Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania?
Number 1 contender for the Universal Championship match at WrestleMania.
Oh, that's right, because Shinsuke won the Royal Rumble.
Correct.
Right. And Shinsuke obviously is challenging.
So it's going to be Roman Reigns.
Let me see what GameSpot says. So their prediction is Braun Strowman wins. Their secondary prediction is that Braun destroys the chamber. Their third prediction, lots of pointing at the WrestleMania sign.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Strowman and Ronda together.
Yeah. We should take bets on how many times somebody points to the WrestleMania sign at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view.
Like one individual person or just kind of overall points?
Overall.
Okay.
I say it's over under 3.5.
I'll go over.
You think over?
I'll say at least 5 times.
Okay.
I was going to say 5.
Yeah.
I could see that.
No, look, so Braun stood tall at the end of Raw. I think Braun stood tall at the end of Raw last night. He had a 7-man gauntlet match. Basically, everybody would face everybody in a match. And I think Braun was the victor there.
I'm not sure. I haven't watched it. I know it started with Rollins and Reigns.
And, of course, Reigns won because...
No, Rollins won. Rollins had the night of his life last night. There's buzz all over about him performing extremely well last night in the pro wrestling world. Rollins pinned him and John Cena. Wow. So Rollins is not going to win this weekend, but he had a good night tonight.
Right.
Rollins is going to get fired this weekend.
So who do you think will win, but who do you want to win? Both of those for me is Braun. I think Braun will win, and I think Braun. I want Braun to win because Braun needs to be anointed as the monster to take down the Beast at WrestleMania.
I think Roman Reigns is going to win because creative. I want Braun Strowman to win because I agree with Jeff. I think it's time we have some crazy, stupid one-on-one match between these guys where they just yell at each other over and over and over, and then Braun goes too fast, so Brock gives him a right hand for real, and
it's so much fun watching those guys wrestle. It's so much fun watching those matches.
Slow the F down.
Oh my god, it's so good.
I think Roman Reigns is gonna win. I want The Miz to win.
I'd be okay with that.
Sure.
100%.
I'm totally just kidding. The Miz should
no,
not
I would
win
actually be okay.
The Miz should not face Brock Lesnar.
I would be okay.
This world is so crazy. We've got Jeff Jarrett getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, but the world is not crazy enough yet for The Miz to face Brock Lesnar.
The Miz beat John Cena. Anything can happen.
I mean, with the help of The Rock. But...
No, Miz won't win, obviously, because he's going to be having a baby soon, so...
I would be okay if Finn Balor won.
I would,
that's
too.
the ultimate, David versus Goliath thing.
Yeah.
That would be my dark horse pick. Like if I kind of, he never got his title rematch. He came back from injury, and they haven't really addressed that.
Right.
I mean, he does on social media talking about how him being over and all this different stuff, but
also
that would be awesome to have that.
Let's not sleep on Elias, people. He's getting a nice little push for Elias. He's probably not going to win.
No.
But I want to say how much of a fan of Elias I am.
I like Elias. I like his new T-shirt too.
I want to walk with Elias. I want that shirt so bad.
The WWE Walk with Elias.
Yep. So good.
And after the match, Ty Dillinger will be there to help take down the ring.
It's true. Can we say how great it was seeing Braun Strowman with a stand-up bass, holding like a guitar, mocking Elias?
And he broke the fucking string.
It was so good. I don't know if you've seen this, but there's pictures because so Elias is in the ring playing a song, and Braun's on the ramp with a stand-up bass, like a stand-up
Yeah, wow.
It's really good.
He breaks the string, and he basically sang a song to Elias about how he's going to get these hands.
Braun Strowman is the best thing in wrestling right now.
Braun Strowman saying he's going to get these hands?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. I actually like that they're letting him have a personality and not just, I'm Braun Strowman.
Right. I was upset at first when they broke him away from the Wyatt family, but now what the Wyatt family's become, I'm glad he's kind of out of that. So it's at the time I was like, oh man, but now, yes, push him to the moon, strap the rocket to the son of a bitch, he's going.
So just to kind of let you guys know too, I was looking up the results from last night's Raw because we were kind of surprised that Rollins actually won.
Yeah.
So Rollins bested Roman Reigns. Rollins pinned John Cena. Elias pinned Rollins.
Okay.
Wow.
Balor pinned Elias. The Miz pinned Balor. And then Strowman cleaned house.
Strowman said, I'm not finished with you, and then just ate him.
Yeah.
So, I've heard it was a really good episode of Raw last night. And I'm sorry.
That match, I guess, is technically the longest match in Raw history.
Wow. Cool. Good for them.
Yeah.
Finally, try something new.
Yeah.
See what it does for you.
Yeah. If only that show could have been the one here in Des Moines.
Of course.
We wouldn't have gone to it because the weather was so bad anyway. So
yeah, winter did come then.
That was the only time, like that and last night were the only times winter has arrived in Des Moines.
It's true.
Oh, look at that. I got an email from Elias.
Yeah, I got that too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I took a break from writing songs to email you.
Jeez.
It's a good episode of Ride Along on the network where it's one is just Elias by himself in a limo playing songs for himself and is the unplugged sessions. The other car is Balor, Gallows, and Anderson. It's really good.
That's funny.
I recommend that one. Fellas, anything more on pro wrestling before we dig into what little video game stuff there is?
7 times is what we're going to see pointed at the sign.
7?
Right.
Yeah.
So Justin's going with 3, I'm going 5, you're going 7.
All right. I just said over under 3.5. I think if I really were to pick, I would have said 5 as well.
Because Jeff is so smart. It happens. I know.
It's just an even number.
Okay. Jeff, your brains are so big and gooey.
Oh.
I just kind of want to get in there with a spoon like you were a cantaloupe.
I'm going to get these brains.
I was a bread bowl pasta from Domino's. Oh, damn it. All right.
Domino's
you
pasta
can't
bread bowl?
start that again.
Nope. Video games. Today, it's been kind of a slow couple weeks. It's February. It's still Q1. It's still kind of a slow time for video game news.
Which, oddly enough, so I saw a post. It's been like 355 days or whatever since the Switch was released.
Yep.
So we're right on the cusp of the 1-year anniversary on March 3rd. Think of what we had in Q1 last year already. We had Resident Evil 7, we had Gravity Rush 2, and we were right on the cusp of Horizon Zero Dawn, which released at the end of February, and then, of course, Zelda in March.
I think For Honor came out in February.
Yeah, For Honor. Yeah, you're right. Yep. So that's 5 huge things out.
Wasn't
just off the top of our heads.
Ghost Recon Wildlands as well in there?
That was March.
That might have been a little bit later in March.
Maybe been like the week before Switch came
out. I knew it was early. Okay. So. Yeah, I knew it was early.
And then like a couple weeks later would be Mass Effect.
Jeez.
So anyway.
Yeah,
and then compare that to this year, and we've had Dragon Ball FighterZ. Awesome.
Monster Hunter World.
Okay, Monster Hunter World. I keep forgetting about that one because I haven't bought in yet.
we're backloaded this year. I mean, the great stuff is coming in spring.
Yeah,
it's coming in summer, fall,
second half. Yeah,
because Red Dead's October. Kingdom Hearts will be, if it's this year, it'll be late this year.
Right.
But something that did get announced though, it's coming up in March. Just released today. Burnout Paradise Remastered. Fellas, Burnout Paradise is one of my favorite games, and they're remastering it. All the DLC, 60 frames, 4K. I imagine multiplayer servers coming back on. It's going to Xbox One and Xbox One and PS4 on March 16th. PC is coming soon.
Yes. Yep.
I never got into Burnout back in the day, so
$40 I believe as well. So it's
nice.
Not even full price for a kick-ass game. Man, Paradise was so good.
Perfect time to buy it.
Yeah, it's a good time for this game. I believe they said it was the 10th anniversary for this game, so perfect time for it. I got it free with Games with Gold last year, I think it was, sometime maybe the year before, but I probably won't re-pick it up. But it is, if you have never played it, you should. I think $40 is maybe just a smidge on the steep side. Would have bought maybe more like a $30 price point, but like you said, you're getting all the DLC and everything. So if you're really into this game, it's worth the buy. It's fun just to sit down and toy around with for a little bit. You're not gonna get something that's gonna absolutely blow your mind, but the physics and the crashing and the racing in general is fun to do. The open world is fun.
Yeah, I've always loved the Burnout series, and this was the last Burnout game, so before Criterion ended up making Need for Speed games. But yeah, this game is fantastic, and people if you have not played Burnout Paradise, buy this. This. So good.
Hopefully, it's the precursor to a revival.
Hope so.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking as well.
I will say yeah to that.
Bayonetta hit the Switch over the past week, so if you haven't bought that on the Wii U, then by all means you should buy that on the Switch immediately. If you like good games, if you just like good games, you should just get it.
Really, the only difference between the Wii U version and the Switch version is basically just I think resolution was still the same. I think it's more like not much has changed as far as if it's Wii U to Switch. Not much has changed.
Not much needed to change.
Frame rate was stabilized a little bit better, I think.
Perfect game. It's so good.
The perfect game?
That's pretty good. Bayonetta 2 is pretty close to perfect. I thoroughly enjoyed that game. That is just so good.
So yeah, you're getting Bayonetta 2 on the cart, and then Bayonetta 1 is coming as well as with that as a downloadable code to clog up your SD card.
That's a perfect thing with which to clog up your SD card.
And you want to do that way too, because digitally I think it's $30 for Bayonetta 1 and then $50 for Bayonetta 2 if you download them digitally. So you're spending like $20 more or something like that. I forget how that works. Yeah. You're paying more if you buy them individually.
Well, and I haven't played these games, so it might be time to jump in and check it out.
You should. I really hope they sell well, especially with the lead up to Bayonetta 3, which was announced last year.
Yep.
And do we know, was that just said 2018 for Bayonetta 3? We don't have an actual release date.
There's no date. I'm not expecting that until next year.
Next year? Okay. Yeah. I couldn't remember on that one.
If it makes it out this year somehow, I will lose it all, but realistically not till next year, I don't think.
Right. And
Doc Rock, what if Scalebound was revived the Switch exclusive? They're not that dumb. Scalebound was not looking good ever.
Anything is possible, but Microsoft actually renewed the trademark for Scalebound, so I think it's coming in some form.
I think so too.
The form it was in.
Yeah.
I think it's coming in some shape, way, or form, just not in, like we said, the shape it was in. Obviously, I think they maybe bit off more they could chew. Just go in, refine whatever they were doing, revamp it, and it'll come. But.
Yep.
And one of my main criticisms of Microsoft is that they follow trends way too much. So my joke is that right now they've got the Scalebound trademark renewed, and they're like, well, which way should we go with this? Should we go like Horizon Zero Dawn, or should we make it like Monster Hunter? Which way, guys? We got to decide quick.
That's so funny you said that, because I was actually just thinking I would not be surprised if it comes out like a Monster Hunter type game.
Okay, yes.
I would not be surprised.
No, great minds think alike.
You're both wrong. Scalebound Battle Royale. Done.
Yes.
There you go.
You can die by each other.
What if we make it like a Monster Hunter Battle Royale that has like robot dinosaurs in it?
Also Final Fantasy. Done.
So instead of coming in and you press the button to fall, like to skydive out of a plane, you come in via dragon.
Yes, that'll be dope.
Why can't we know what's going to be hot next year?
I want to play this game now, Justin. Come on.
One thing I kind of forgot to mention when we were doing the agenda for tonight was another thing that was announced this past week. Another collection, not as cool in some people's minds, aka Dave, as the Bayonetta collection, but they did finally put a release date to Mega Man Legacy Collection for Switch owners. So if you're a Switch owner and you didn't buy it, it's coming out on May 22nd. That was like last week they put that out there.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's cool. You're right. Not as cool as Bayonetta.
Right. If you buy, for me, that would be my, like, I love those games. I already own them anyway. But if you buy the first one, the physical one, you can get that, and then it comes with a code for the second one.
Okay.
I'm gonna be very tempted to get the Mega Man X collection when that comes out.
Yes.
Now, I'm gonna say Mega Man collection, fine. Bayonetta collection, fine. We're getting a better collection than that in the month of May with Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. I mean, that's kind of top of the whole thing, right?
Yes.
That's right there. God.
So that's in May, and so is this re-release in May as well. So big month for Capcom.
Big month for Capcom collections.
By the way, I heard something crazy. Apparently, I'm sure you've mentioned this before, and I forgot about it, but Monster Hunter World is like the fastest selling game in Capcom's history.
Yes.
In their history?
That's what
Hold on, I'll look.
Yeah, look that up, would you?
If that's true, awesome. Because there are so many people play. Like if you check on Twitch, it's like in the top 5 or 6 games. It's constantly being streamed. It is nuts. Like this game has grabbed a hold of America's balls and will not let go.
Good.
So it's good.
A lot of people a lot of people supposedly have been leaving Destiny and playing this instead. I don't know if there's a correlation there, other than the fact that it's I don't know what that's from. Sorry if you guys heard that.
No.
Good. So I don't know if it's a correlation between like the fact that it's just
open.
Oh, it was GameSpot actually. Oh boy. Capcom announced last month Monster Hunter World enjoyed.
Monster.
Oh boy. Capcom announced last month.
I don't know why I assume he's watching hentai.
Yeah, I don't know why that was your first inkling. Yeah.
Gee, thanks, Dave. So they announced Monster Hunter World enjoyed its strongest first 3 days of any entry in the series. It sold 5 million units, with 5 million units shipped worldwide across PS4 and Xbox One. As of February 9th, that figure is now at 6 million units, something it's done faster than any game in Capcom's history, according to the publisher. So it's shipped 6 million units.
Okay.
That's still, I mean, that's
the demand.
Right. That's
the demand
retailers
is there.
Ordering that many copies. So that's good.
Let me close my hentai here real quick.
Plus, that's also not figuring in digital downloads, because like I bought mine through the PSN store, so that's not being shipped. I mean, though they may consider that shipped. I don't know how that.
I need to play so much. I need to play more of it now that I've got it on. I bought a 4K TV and all that. I want to see what it looks like.
And then you figure out that hey, there's also a third version coming out here this year for PC owners. So I mean, while that may not sell as many as console because you want to get in now, and you kind of just down the road like maybe, but that will only add more to it because people are waiting for the PC version.
And the ridiculous DLC that you can now have like a Ryu costume.
Yes, you can.
And you can Shoryuken a dragon.
I'm pissed because you can. So the Ryu armor is free. Like the headband, the gi, everything. You look you are Ryu. That is free.
It's all that I've ever wanted.
Essentially, you're wearing a Ryu armor.
You had to do a quest to get the armor, I believe, right?
Yeah, and Sakura, however you pronounce her name, is coming next.
Yeah,
nice.
And when you fight with using Ryu, his theme plays over in the soundtrack. Here's the problem. Ryu, as his emotes, or I guess you can earn the emotes for any character, where you throw an actual Hadouken in the game, or do a Shoryuken in the game, and it does damage as well.
Right.
Here's the problem. You don't earn that. You have to pay money for that.
Oh, butts to that.
It is $4 a piece. If you want a Hadouken and a Shoryu, you have to give them $8.
No.
I can be Ryu without it.
I can be Ryu with the sword. That's even better for me.
And here's Capcom, who still can't figure out to stop asking me for money for every single thing. Why isn't Capcom taking more to task for this the way EA is? Capcom's recent stuff has been silly cash grabs with Street Fighter V and Monster Hunter in some aspects. It feels like an EA cash grab, and why isn't Capcom taking to task about this?
Well, they were taken to task like 6 years ago during Street Fighter Cross Tekken when they had, they were about to sell DLC characters which were already on the disc,
right?
That were sold out. So they got taken pretty bad to task on that. But
there are a lot of comments out there about them calling them like cash com or whatever.
Yeah, well, I think the difference is that EA's loot boxes were having an absolute effect on your success in the game, as opposed to Capcom, which is like, hey, you can get this Ryu armor, that's cool, you can look like Ryu. If you want to have the complete thing, you got to pay for it. It's just an extra. It doesn't affect the game, but
they're both different levels of shitty.
I get that, but at the same time, you've got to make money somehow.
Sure.
That is true, and they're not making you pay for the actual Ryu costume.
Right.
So if you want to complete it, I guess you got to pay $8. So essentially, you're paying for the Ryu costume because, let's be honest, throwing a Shoryuken doesn't cost me $4.
Right.
Yeah.
But how cool would it be if you're taking down this giant monster and you hit him with a fireball? Like, that'd be dope.
That would be very dope.
That would be pretty dope.
Yeah.
Come on. It does.
I would be very tempted if I had Monster Hunter, which I might bite after I'm done moving.
And look, it's not so much the Monster Hunter side of things. I think that's fine because they keep putting this content of like Aloys in there, and then the Mega Man stuff. They're putting all that stuff in there for everybody to play. I just still get irked about Street Fighter V and how they handle that.
I have to jump back in because I have Horizon Zero Dawn and I have Monster Hunter, but I haven't seen the Aloy stuff yet. But I'm super early in the game still too, so I have no idea where that is. So
speaking of Capcom's cash grab in Street Fighter V, hey, also Blanca is out now.
Street
Fighter V, if you have Fighter Pack 3, Season 3, Fighter Packs Injustice, it's Season Pass. Shit.
I can't.
I'm not sure what Dave's doing right now, but
I'm doing the Blanca.
Yeah,
I think
that's funny.
That's his mating call. So you've not touched Blanca yet.
I have not touched Blanca yet.
He's one of your favorites, like in the entire series.
Is absolutely. I'm so pumped for this, and all the videos and everything that we saw from Capcom over the past couple of weeks. He looks so sick. I cannot wait for this character.
Yep.
I might be switching up mains finally.
But hang on, Justin. We're gonna segue here, Justin. Hang on. When you saw Blanca's other costume, this kind of the really cartoony Blanca.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's funny. It's goofy. It's I like seeing stuff like that from Capcom.
Yep.
I do too. I liked being able to see that because Maximilian dude mentioned because he's not a huge Blanca fan, but I watched his reaction video and when he's seen that costume, he's like, "Oh, I'm so playing as that one." Like he's like, "I'm so playing as that cartoony Blanca."
Yeah.
I'm cool with that. But his V trigger and stuff, that's some of his stuff's really cool.
Yeah.
It's like. They might as well just call the damn thing Pinball Wizard the way he was moving around the screen.
I know, right?
Yeah, that was cool. I actually like his new look. I mean, I like the old color, like they went back to like that yellowy, color with the classic costume or whatever. But I like the newer look with the longer hair and it looks really cool. I dig it.
This is a great case of you can evoke what Blanca used to look like in Street Fighter 2, update him for 5, not change a whole lot, and still be fine.
Yeah.
This is why they effed up Ken so bad. They put it's the banana hair that gets me, and the fact that in the character select screen, it freaking clips in his shoulder. They just didn't give a shit anymore.
They weren't sure how to model hair at that point. They've learned a little bit in the past couple of years.
Don't mess with it. Ryu was fine. Make a different Ken.
They need to update his model. Ken looks atrocious.
It looks terrible.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Ken model, which is I enjoyed playing as Ken. I just don't like his model, and I actually was really even more kind of appalled when I seen the battle version where he has a short hair. I don't dig that at all.
Oh yeah.
I don't dig it at all.
Let's stay on the Capcom train just a little bit.
Well, we want to get to you're talking about mains and.
Oh yeah.
So Dave's gonna probably main Blanca, and Maximilian might find his main with Blanca. Somebody else here recently found their main in Street Fighter V. Hey Justin, what up?
What's up? Yeah, I so finally got my first article written and published via Bacon.com, and I wrote about my journey to pick my main.
Did I say how much I love the title, The Killing in the Main of? That was great.
Oh, well, thank you. I actually just had my phone connected via Bluetooth, and Killing in the Name of came up on my, on the shuffle or whatever it was on, and I was like, I don't know how it just popped in my head that day.
That's how he should pick all of his titles.
Perfect.
Yeah, just hit a random song. And
I will do that. I will do that.
Next up is Barbie Girl, for some reason.
You can write about the new Tomb Raider Barbie that's coming out.
It's true.
Oh boy, I did see that.
It's
not.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad. I'm cool with it. I actually dig it because, kind of going off track here, my niece, who doesn't really play with Barbies or anything too much, a little bit on the younger side, I bought her some of the Justice League ones that I don't remember what brand they were, but they were on clearance around Christmas time. She actually loved them. I'm like, these look so much better than the actual Barbies. So this Tomb Raider one looked pretty cool too. So
anyway, getting back to you picking a main.
This is a big moment for somebody. This is like a bar mitzvah.
Yeah, this was it's a big moment. I mean, I have Street Fighter history, and but I've never really gotten to sit down and just really take time to say, who am I gonna, if I'm gonna play online, who am I really gonna play as? Who am I gonna spend my time with? And I went through the entire roster, some quicker than others. Just there were a few characters here and there. I was like, nope, not for me, not doing it. But I gave as much fair time as I could, and came away with Akuma as my main. So Akuma's the guy that I really enjoyed playing as. I think the familiarity is what really did it for me in the end. Having a lot of familiarity with Ken and Ryu from the older games, and I had been playing some Street Fighter 2, whatever it is on the Switch as well, in between car trips to places. So I think it just was easy for me to just kind of.
You're playing the most overpriced version of SF2 in the world.
Yes, I am.
It's still $40.
I love Street Fighter, but even I didn't bite on that. Come on.
I bought on it and I gave it back to him. Said,
did you really?
Dumb of me.
I have to admit, I did raise an eyebrow when you had texted me being like, "Yeah, I bought Ultra Street Fighter 2." It was like, damn, son, come on.
Yeah. And part of it was I only did it for the ability to play a Street Fighter game on the go, so I could continue kind of sort of training, and figuring out who my main was going to be, because a lot of their combos, maybe not perfectly the same, they're still similar. So I just kind of wanted to continue that with some of the characters who are in both Street Fighter 5 and Ultra Street Fighter 2. But,
I got you. I got my 3DS version of Street Fighter 4.
But it was stupid.
Surprisingly
it's still stupidly overpriced though. But no, Akuma is who I went with, and I haven't gotten to play it as much, and I'm actually interested to see how it looks again, with the update and everything. So I'm playing a little bit more of as Akuma, but I'm looking forward to Sagat and G. I'm really interested to see what G brings.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And I think I'm going to end up biting and getting the Season 3 pass because I have it on Steam. So I go through Humble Bundle, so I get 10% off of DLC as well. Not only that, but thanks to my purchases before with Humble Rewards, I got $2 in my wallet in Humble Bundle. So right now it's $30 for the Season Pass. It cost me $25.
Oh,
if I do it that way. So I might just bite on that now that Blanca's out. Because I want to play as Sagat, I want to play as G.
Good season. Sakura's really good too.
Sakura is really good. I didn't mention her in the article really, but I actually enjoyed playing hers quite a bit.
Now, okay, so we won't get into the article too much, but people can read Justin's article at Bacon.com. So the first person you said no to was what, Zangief?
First person I said no to was Abigail. Even though he's king right now.
Yeah, Abigail's kind of top tier, isn't he?
Yeah, I just don't really care for it. He's too slow for me. I know he's giant. I mean, I can practically grab, halfway across the screen, but no, I just didn't care for him. Him, and then probably a close second was Dulcim, whatever.
Yeah, I've never been a good Dhalsim player.
You gotta be thinking on a different level that I just cannot hit.
Right. Well, it's the floatiness. I enjoy him overall. I don't like how floaty he is. I feel like I'm always getting caught when I don't. I'm thinking I'm gonna do this, and then I get caught. And I'm out. I can't do this one.
A good Dhalsim player though is a thing of beauty, and it's just like it's so frustrating to try and get in. Like when Dhalsim's really on his game.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, Dhalsim and Zangief. You get top level players of both those characters. It's great to watch. But
I gave a little more time to Zangief than I did Abigail, but part of that's also a little more familiarity, and I just want to try it. But
sure,
yeah, I just couldn't pull the trigger.
So you're gonna end up maining Akuma online. You're gonna probably be maining a lot of Blanca online.
I'm gonna be trying my best with Blanca,
and I think I'm settling on Rashid just because.
Ooh, I like Rashid.
I like Rashid, and mainly because I took a round from Sean. But Rashid's got a good balance of speed and some good long range, kind of some nice projectiles.
Yeah.
And also, I got that beautiful Joe costume, so I want to use as much as possible.
He's fun to play as. Yeah, he really is.
Fun.
Yep.
I agree.
Also, in the world of fighting games, TMNT is now available for PC players. Came out today. Also, you were going to spin off into something else real quick, but also what came out today, I'll get into that later because I will spiel about it. So you were going to spin off into something about Capcom or Street Fighter
yes, I was going to talk about the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite rumors that I reported on last week.
This is bigger news than even being let off Evo. Like this is
right. Yes. So this actually might answer why it's not at Evo. So a rumor popped up on a Steam user forum for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite back on February 10th. And this was coming from somebody who claimed that he had a friend who was an industry insider who performed freelance work for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And he had cited, he had done some freelance work for Marvel, the Omega thing. Marvel, what was it?
Was it like a Street
Marvel
Fighter?
Heroes Omega is what he worked on.
Okay.
And had let it slip that that service was going to end. So basically, this rumor is stating that Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is no longer going to be digitally available for sale on Steam, Xbox Live, and PlayStation Network as of the end of October. So let's see. They were saying that they're going to discontinue Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and that the decision to do this, it was not made by Capcom, but it was Marvel's decision.
Oh.
So they not only are forcing them to pull MVC Infinite from all the storefronts, but they also have forced Capcom to stop working on upcoming seasons of DLC content, which does include characters from the X-Men. And then the bigger, juicier tidbit was Marvel was the ones that were blocking Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite from appearing at EVO 2018.
Okay. Is that your big...
I'm scrolling through here. I think that's about it. But that covers it up. So, yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, again, these are all rumors, but these are not confirmed. It's a pretty credible source, but, again, they're just rumors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
My immediate take on that when you said that there was Marvel's decision to stop from EVO, I think then Marvel is working on a different fighting game. I think Marvel is going to push forward with a different fighting game and find somebody. Maybe not.
I don't think
maybe not go through Capcom, but now that since they have the X-Men stuff there, what if they made a Children of the Atom 2? Like, how dope would that be? Like... yes, the game is not doing well. I think Marvel just said, hey, this is not doing well for us. Instead of putting X-Men in this, we're going to keep X-Men over here for a different project.
Yeah, but without having a good studio to work on your fighting game.
Maybe it's not a fighting game. Maybe it's a new X-Men Legends.
Well...
Because Omega shut down. Marvel Heroes Omega shut down.
Yeah, so that's shut down now.
An action
that was
RPG
shut down out of
style
nowhere.
game of X-Men Legends, Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Well, there is... a Marvel game being worked on by, was it Square Enix, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know if there's any more information out on that or if that's still kind of on the down low, maybe until E3 or something. But, I mean, that sucks. I mean, think about a world without a Marvel versus Capcom game that's being supported. Granted, let's be honest. Even for, I mean, I played it a little bit. Even for someone who played it a little bit, like, I could see why they're pulling it. It's a fun game to play, but it's missing something more. I mean, just something else besides obviously missing like the usual suspects like the X-Men and whatnot. But
there are other MVC games and other versus styles I'd rather play than Infinite. Like,
right,
you give me MVC 2 or CVS 2, I'm playing both those like all day.
Right. Dragon Ball Fighters, of course, like, again, another, like you said, that's just the game that's so popular now and is showing that it's doing a tag style fighting game better than what Marvel versus Capcom
right.
Infinite's
It
doing.
really shows the shortcomings of Marvel versus Capcom.
My Dragon Ball Fighters came out and took Marvel off the shelves. Dragon Ball was so good, it kicked Marvel off the shelves.
Dragon Ball's like, hey, Capcom, come here. Hold on.
I'm gonna Kamehameha you.
Jesus. And I mean, it's such a beautiful game, but that, going back to the Capcom and Marvel Infinite thing, it makes sense. You listen to, again, I've listened to Maximilian Dude talk about it. We listened to the Evo stream when they talked about it and why. I mean, from the get-go, this had like a salty taste in a lot of people's mouths. So,
well, I think it's the demo hurt it a lot. But again, it's not a bad game. It's just not a great game. And I think right now, with the fighting scene the way it is, you need to have a great game to break through, and that's what Dragon Ball FighterZ did, what Tekken 7 continues to do, and MVC Infinite was just not a great game. And it sucks because here we are seeing it at EVO last year being played for the first time. Here's Filipino Champ on stage on Sunday playing it with his favorite character from Darkstalkers.
Yeah, Jeddah.
And to see it fall so far from grace, it's a bummer, but that's kind of the way of the fighting scene right now.
I don't know. My
Do you think
guts
those rumors real,
these
though?
rumors are true. That yes, it's getting taken off of digital sales in October, and also that Marvel did not want it shown at EVO.
Yeah.
And I don't have anything to go on just but my gut instinct, but I'm wondering, and I'm trying to find, the reason I'm scrolling through this phone here is I'm trying to find
hentai.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
I'm trying to find a tweet that Markman had sent out, who is one of the organizers of EVO, and of course a big dude in the fighting game community.
Is he back with Mad Cats, or is he still kind of like working with them, relationship with them?
I don't think he has a relationship with Mad Cats anymore.
Nerd Bacon after hours.
Ooh. Anyway, he had a tweet that he put out that kind of alluded to outside forces having something to do with Marvel versus Capcom Infinite not being included at EVO. So, and if I can find that tweet, we can move on. But if I find that tweet, I'll go back to it.
What if they just are working on the next MVC already? No, I'm not saying they are.
I don't think so.
I'm just spitballing here. Sure. Disney bought Marvel.
Yes.
Disney bought Marvel. So, and then Marvel and was it Sony? Is it Fox? Had like the little, like, they're playing nice now, right?
Because Spider-Man's
Disney bought Fox. It bought their
that's right.
Their TV and movie properties.
I'm not saying that that's what they're doing, but I think there's obviously something behind it. But they obviously also can see, they can look at sales, they can look how it's performing online. It's obviously not doing well.
No.
So
are we gonna get an X-Files land in Disney World at some point?
Oh man, that'd be great. Well, they just announced Toy Story World. It's coming.
Toy Story, yep.
Yeah, that's opening in June.
Yeah. And also, Toy Story will be a part of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
But this does open up the ability to have, go back and have a larger roster and a nice roster for like a MVC3 or an MVC type game, or like you said, they scrap it all together and there's something completely different.
How cool would it be if the next game they're working on is X-Men versus Street Fighter 2?
That would be so awesome. Cool. I don't think
that would be cool.
I don't know. I think Marvel crossovers are dead at this point.
You think
at least for a good 10-year run.
Well, that'd be a way to reinvigorate it. Is to not make a Marvel versus, but make a X-Men versus Street Fighter or a
like
Children of the Atom, or
Gotcha.
I would flip for that, but I mean, you and I were on the same page independently about Capcom working on Darkstalkers.
Yeah.
Shit, what if they're doing Darkstalkers versus X-Men?
Did we figure it out? We just figured it out.
There's no way that's happening. No, Darkstalkers 4 would happen before Darkstalkers versus X-Men.
Either way, that'd be awesome.
All right. Can we put that in the dreams box just for a minute, guys? Let's put that in the dreams box.
Doc Rock, make that a meme. Go back, rewind. Let's live 10 seconds. Rewind 10 seconds and live in that time.
Yeah.
Rewind. Make a meme of Jeff and Dave looking at each other longingly, and then he's pointing. Can we live in the dream box?
Let's live in the dream box.
My dream is to be a GIF. Be a viral GIF. So there we go. Infinitely famous. See the pun there. If we're going ultimate dream, I'd rather be like Pocket Fighter versus X-Men. Like that'd be my ultimate dream game. Is Pocket Fighter X-Men, but it's not gonna happen.
I cannot find
either
this.
way. But yeah, we'll move on. See, it's gonna be weird not seeing Marvel on stage at EVO, but the way this game is currently sitting, it kind of to be expected, I guess.
Oh, here it is. Right. I think this was it.
Go ahead.
Without publisher/developer support, it makes it harder for us to achieve. No, never mind. Okay. That's not it.
Damn.
When we find it, breaking news.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like you said. It's just if you don't have support, if you don't have the sales, if the game itself was having problems from the get-go, there was an issue there. I mean, how long was it between Infinite and the last MVC game? Do we have a rough idea?
Well, MVC 3 was
like 2010.
So it's been some time.
No, because Marvel vs. Capcom came out. 3 came out, I think, not too long after I moved back from Chicago, and that was in 2010.
I'm just thinking,
like a year or two later.
Okay.
I'm just thinking out loud, and I didn't hear anything like this, but this game wasn't rushed or anything that we know of, was it?
It feels like it was rushed.
Yeah.
I mean, it does feel like it, but there was no official word or anything, right? Like nothing came out that like, oh yeah, this game was kind of rushed or anything.
Not really.
It was doomed from the moment Chun-Li looked
this game never had direction. This game never had an idea. It wanted to be too many things, and it just ended up being none of them.
There's some cool ideas in there.
Sure.
There were some really cool ideas in there. But like I said, it was doomed from the moment Chun-Li looked weird.
Yeah.
It was doomed.
That's messed up.
They were like, Chun-Li looks weird. You guys suck.
Yeah. And my, he's still going. My
Capcom, how do you mess up Chun-Li? It's your character.
Yeah. Well, according to this rumor, certain characters were farmed out, like their modeling was farmed out to different companies. But since Capcom hasn't really developed a fighting game in-house for several years, they actually were the ones that were responsible for developing Chun-Li, and it was so bad they had to farm her back out.
Jeez.
So this is part of a thread that Markman had written back on February 7th, and one of the things that he said was, we have had meetings with some publishers/developers about including their titles as a main game at EVO. You know what? We don't get the blessing that we hope for sometimes. We actively have to seek permission and/or content licenses to be able to include certain games. So that was on February 7th, and that leads me to think that this rumor about Marvel vs. Capcom is indeed true.
So Disney/Marvel didn't give them the okay.
Right.
Yeah, they said we don't want this game at EVO.
Because apparently Marvel is kind of embarrassed about the game. They don't think the game is up to their standards.
I'm embarrassed about this game. Not even.
It's a fun game to play.
No, it is. It actually is a fun game to play.
Yeah,
it is. But it's just not a fun game to stick with. Like it's fun. Like hey, let's just play a couple rounds or do a quick arcade or.
Sure. But I had some good time. I mean, I played a lot of like Mega Man X and played a lot of X and Zero and tried a few other characters, and I'm just like, okay, I'm good. I got my kicks. I
feel better because I paid $35 for it. It was on sale for like a Christmas sale. Dave paid $0 for it.
Yep.
So,
thank you.
Yeah.
How many times do I have to say thank you?
No, I'm just saying like it's easier for us to kind of to take that bullet just because
that's
we
true.
The price for
That's
it.
true. If I had paid $60 for it and I were hearing about this now, I would be pissed. I'm already a little pissed because I bought the DLC for it.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. I think I gotten it at like a GameStop used. It was a random used copy that they actually had, and so I played it within 7 days. I returned it and just got something else.
Nice. So here's the last thing on this. Does this shutdown, if this is true, and again, I think it's true, but this is just rumor and speculation, does this shutdown, is this going to affect like the online functionality of the game? Are you not going to be able to play online anymore?
Oh, good question.
It kind of has to at some point. I think once they see the player base dip below a certain level, just say, just stop.
Right.
But does it happen before or after October? If it's going to be ending in October for digital sales, does that mean servers go down before that or after that?
I would say after. After it ends, gives people time, a reason to buy it until October if they absolutely want to. Is there any more DLC planned until, like, through them? I know Venom was, like,
there was.
Yeah, they haven't.
They canned it, right? Or no idea, right?
Yeah,
no
nothing is
supposedly the X-Men we're coming.
Supposedly Venom's really fun to play as, but
speaking of Venom, looks
badass. I would say after October, but yeah, I don't think it would last too long.
Does it make it to 2019? Do the servers make it to January 1st?
It's so murky.
Yeah.
It's really hard.
Yep.
I would say yeah. I mean, it's just a matter of what it's like keeping the lights on, right? Just flipping a switch at this point,
and then paying for it.
And is Capcom paying for it then?
Mm-hmm.
Because Marvel wants out of this whole thing.
Well, actually, I don't think they're running on Capcom servers. I think they relied on Xbox and PlayStation servers.
Then yes, it runs into 2019.
Okay.
I think so.
All right.
Anyway. Personal opinion, I think so, yeah.
Sad state of affairs, but at least we now have this glimmer of hope for Darkstalkers versus X-Men. Am I right?
That would be badass, guy. That game would be great.
Meme.
Speaking of fighting game, we'll stay on the fighting game a bit longer here. Of course, we had our Evo announcement special.
Yes,
which you can find at the Nerd Bacon YouTube channel, and we got a lot of views. By the way, that was fantastic. We got a bunch of views on that, so thank you all who watched that video and took time to watch that and comment on it and give us some thumbs up, thumbs down. It happens.
But as Kevin Nash would say, we got some heat with the boys.
We do.
We got some heat.
And again, we love all sorts of comments because they were first of all, they weren't yelling at us and they weren't being douchebags about it. But the comment came out, and I can see where it came from, was that we had some beef with Smash Brothers, and I went back and watched it to see that, and we kind of came off that way.
We did come off that way
because every time the word Smash Brothers came up, we always kind of went. Ugh.
Here's I think.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say,
we'll have our individual moments, but
right.
The floor is yours.
I think I can speak collectively for everybody when I say there's no beef against Smash Brothers. We all three like Smash Brothers a lot. I've got Smash for Wii U. That's been my favorite version of Smash so far because it's just a fun game to play. I've got a bunch of DLC for. I don't think I've got all the DLC characters. I definitely have Bayonetta. I've got Ryu. I've got Cloud. So I've got one of the Fire Emblem people. So I put money into this game. Put time into this game. It's a fun game. We like Smash. I will be hype as hell for the next Smash Brothers announcement. I'm sure it's coming this year.
Yep.
That being said, I think where the groans are coming from when you see that video is the fact that 2 out of 8 slots at Evo, 2 of them are taken up by Smash Brothers. That's where the groans are coming from. And as much as I like playing Smash Brothers for Wii U, Smash for Wii U is kind of a slog to watch being played sometimes. Right. Like that championship, that top 8 last year.
That went forever.
It did seem to go on forever. It was a really cool grand final between Zero and I can't think of his name now.
Yeah. It's a long time ago. This point.
It'll come to me later maybe, but it was something with an S. Anyway, it was a great grand final, but everything leading up to that grand final, it just felt like it dragged on. So and then there's also the point that yes, we understand that Smash for Wii U and Melee are two completely different games, just like Street Fighter 4 is a completely different feeling and playing game than Street Fighter 5. That being said, as much as I've talked about how much I prefer Street Fighter 4 over Street Fighter 5, and that's starting to change a little bit, I would not want to see Street Fighter 4 showcased along with Street Fighter 5 at EVO.
Right.
We should be moving on to the current version of the game. And it just seems counterproductive for the Smash community to fraction off and try and support two different games like that. And hopefully Nintendo, with whatever iteration that the next Smash takes, hopefully they can find a way to reconcile those two camps and get them all into one camp. But that's where I think you're seeing the groans coming from, is not that we hate Smash or anything, but we want to see a more inclusion. That spot that Smash Melee or Smash Wii U is taking up, I mean, KOF 14 could be in that slot.
Killer Instinct could be in that spot.
Killer Instinct could be in that spot.
We could have a main event Windjammers.
ARMS!
Oh my god. Justin, you want to add or subtract or poke holes or do your thing with that?
I went back and watched it too, and I actually have the video pulled up and the comments too. So if there's any references you guys need or anything, let me know. But one thing, it was Zero versus Salem.
Thank you. I knew it started with an S.
But anyway, I wouldn't say. I was trying to pick my words here when Dave was talking to. I was trying to think about what he was saying and think about how I want to put it. But of the three of us, I would say maybe I'm the one that leans more pro Smash, just because I know I enjoy it. I know you guys enjoy it as well. I think we've talked about this on and off stream too.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I do enjoy watching Smash 4, sometimes even more than watching Melee. Not because Melee it's mainly because Melee is so much older, and again we do see a very similar set of people or characters, however you want to, fighters, contenders, whatever, that compete almost every tournament. Yes, the comment was out there, because we said there's not really any new blood for Melee.
Oh, I said that there's the same four. Okay, I got slammed for this in the comments.
Yeah,
they laughed at me because I only named 3 of the 4 that I claim are constant contenders. Okay, so I named 75% and couldn't name another. I'm really sorry about that, but I mean, you guys see my point that for Melee, it is usually going to be some mix of Mango, Armada, and Hungry Box in there, and maybe a newcomer or maybe somebody else that I'm just not familiar with. I mean, that's how it was the past 2 years.
Well, and there's Mewtwo King is pretty good. He's kind of, sometimes he's not up to the same talent, or sometimes, not all the time. And then they mentioned, was that Plup? Is that who it is that won Genesis 5? They mentioned. And then Leffen is the other name that was brought up in the comment. But, it is a very similar. And I'm just overseeing Star Fox versus Falco or Falcon or whatever the F his name is. I don't even know because I don't play him anyway. But or seeing the same people play those characters, and I like seeing new blood, and I do. And I think my groan is Dave took the words right out of my mouth. It's just a timing thing. At this point, like, how much new Smash, Smash Melee are we really getting? How much new content, new stuff? Obviously we're not getting new content from the game, but what really are we seeing that we haven't seen before?
Right.
So these guys kind of flip flop and take over. It's just we harken back to the beginning of the podcast, the pro wrestling feud. When you get a feud that goes on for a while and it runs its course, and WWE Creative just runs it too long. You're kind of like, okay, these guys, one beat the other one beat the other. They keep going back and forth, and then there's this ultimate finale. Great, but at what point do we put this game to pasture? The only thing that I would say, I also watched again a Maximilian Dude video in very common or very similar aspect that we had, reaction, and he made the most sense. It just brings the numbers. That's just what it boils down to.
Exactly.
It just brings the crowd the numbers. And I'm okay with that, because as a video game content creator, journalist, whatever you want to put next to my name, this brings the numbers, and me being someone who's never been to Evo and finally going to get to go for my first time this year, fingers crossed, obviously we're working on that, but this game is obviously bringing a crowd that is rabid. Now,
yeah, you will see that in person. Yes. You will run for your life.
what you'll watch me be the guy that turns around and just pretends to be one of them.
I'll be behind a chair.
It is actually really, really cool though to see that level of passion from fans for a game that's almost 20 years old now.
Yeah,
right.
Like,
and
this
I
is
love
what,
the
you're
game.
17?
I think 18.
Yeah,
I love the game and I love playing it. Don't get me wrong, but at what point does Evo do the people that finally make these decisions? At what point do they say, okay, enough's enough?
I
mean, honestly,
great question to pose to the Melee fans. Any Melee fans who are watching right now, you've stuck with this game since 2000, 2001. What is it that you're looking for in the next version of Smash Brothers that would make you finally say, okay, it's time to put Melee down and move on? What is that magic element that you're looking for? And I know this kind of speaks to my ignorance because I don't play Smash as much as I play other fighting games, so I don't know all the technical nuances. I know Smash Melee is a faster game than Smash for Wii U.
There's no so supposedly after Melee there was like a almost a half second of delay in a lot of the controls and the button presses, and Melee doesn't have that.
Interesting.
So I don't know if that's what's really forcing it, but like you said, I will speak up for the Melee fans 100% if they give me a legitimate reason. But what is it? What are we missing? Why is it not time yet? Okay, every good athlete, every good actor, every good pro wrestler, there comes a day where they're put out the pasture. They're done. Okay, whether it's done correctly or not, this game at some point has to have its moment where it's done. Someone's got to make the tough call. And like you said, I think Nintendo, who from what I heard, and I can't remember the name, somebody that works on Smash was at Evo last year and was able to see the differences in the crowd and supposedly took real good notes of the fact that they want to capture the Melee crowd with the next Smash game. If they can do that, if they can somehow merge these crowds, like you said, you don't have Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter 5 going against each other. Now, granted, kind of a not really so much apples and oranges, but a good comparison. At what point do they say enough is enough?
Yeah.
Well, if either of those two games were going to get an extension, it's Melee, because they're putting Melee on Sunday. So you're not going to even... So, Justin, I feel bad. You're not going to even see firsthand the zombie hordes picking up chairs from seemingly nowhere and bringing them over to smack you in the face. You're not going to actually see that on Saturday.
Last year...
you're going to see the arena just, fill up.
Right.
Instantly.
So was it last year that Melee was replaced on Sunday by Smash 4 then?
Yeah, and that's mainly because they were broadcasting Smash 4 on Disney.
Right.
Okay, right. And you know what? I know you guys don't really enjoy Smash 4. I do. I mean, I like it. One of the big reasons I like Smash in general is because unlike typical fighting games, and I say typical in the sense that if you look at all the other ones, there's a meter, a health meter. Whether you have to go through it twice, like Injustice, or just once, like say a Street Fighter, whether you can earn health back or not. With a Smash game, there's a percentage. Obviously you can be knocked out at a low percentage or a high percentage. It's kind of like that anticipation of never knowing. But Smash 4 is a slower paced game and it can be tough to watch, especially if you're not into it or you don't know what you're looking for. So I get that. I get it 100%.
Right. So yeah, we do not have beef with Smash. We enjoy Smash. I can't wait for the next one. It's going to be great. I hope.
100%.
Can't wait. The beef is just again 2 slots for main games, and it's a chore to watch it, and
It's a chore to watch the Wii U version at times.
Yeah. Melee is actually fun to watch. You just a lot of
And here's the thing: I really enjoyed the Wii U, the Smash Wii U finals in 2016.
Yeah,
I thought they were really engaging.
Yeah, they're really good matches. It's just it takes forever for the tournament to end, and it's like this could have been a different game. So, there's no beef with Smash. It's just same old, same old.
No beef at all. Just like I said, the question is, what do you want for the next one, and when is it okay to say enough is enough?
Yeah.
Anyway,
maybe we're kind of past the point of being Smash fans. I guess Smash.
I don't know if it's that. I think it's just. I think Smash players focus on Smash, and you don't really see Smash players venturing out to try other fighting games.
Well, and it is a different style of fighting games because supposedly there's a fraction of the fighting game community who don't consider Smash a fighting game. But
I don't think you have that problem as much anymore. But there was for a good long time. Right. That's a good point. Right. There was a good fight that Smash had to go under since its inception just to be considered as a legitimate fighting game. Right. So I don't know. Maybe that has something to do with it.
And like I said, Jeff said maybe we're past the point where we're Smash fans. I would disagree, kind of like what Dave said. Man, I don't know if that's it, because if on March 3rd, the 1-year anniversary of the Switch, if they came out and said Smash 5 or Smash whatever, we'd probably all be like, "Oh my God, we're getting it! Yeah, Smash! I'm so gonna play this character." But would that game then overtake Smash 4? Would it overtake, say like at next year's EVO? I mean, I know I'm looking way far ahead.
Right.
Or would it take over Melee? Because you wouldn't then think you'd have Smash 4 and Smash 5, right? So
I was listening to, I think it was an Easy Allies podcast just a couple days ago, and they were talking about the roster. No, maybe it was Kind of Funny. I think it was Kind of Funny with Tim Geddes and Michael Huber from Easy Allies. So it was the best of both worlds right there.
There you go.
But they were talking about Smash 4 and, speculating, is the next Smash going to be Smash 5 or is it going to be Smash 4 Deluxe? And they were the thing that they said, which resonated with me, is I almost don't want them to move on to a Smash 5 because I don't want to lose that roster. And I agree so much. Yeah, I don't want to lose Bayonetta and Ryu and Cloud.
Yeah, that's that roster in general, even before you got Cloud and Bayonetta and Ryu, that roster was still pretty impressive all in all. There's some really cool and fun players and people to play in there.
Next one, then we get back Solid Snake from Brawl.
That'd be cool.
So they can add that to the roster that they have. Sure, what they should do
Shovel
is
Knight.
Smash
Shovel Knight, dude. Yeah.
Smash Tournament Edition. It's the same roster with some additions as Smash 4, but it has the speed of Melee.
I'd be okay with that. I think they have to do something to eliminate that half second of delay if that really is a big issue, and then, it's you can't lose that. That roster's so good.
Tournament Edition can be like a mode, so like casuals can play regular, and then the hardcore can play tournament style.
Right. So you have your option.
Yeah. What I want is again, keep the roster, make it faster. Make the netcode playable.
Yes.
God, online was crap.
Well, online was bad. I would play down in St. Louis when Smash for Wii U came out. I had 2 guys that I played that game with all the time, and we lived not very far from each other, and we would have such bad connection.
Yeah.
So we would just go to each other's houses and play it, and it's so much fun to play in person.
Yeah.
So I like Dave's idea, 100%. Tournament mode. Kind of like a Melee-esque. Doc Croc in the chat says, add a story mode. I like that too, because the story mode that was in Brawl just gives you something else to do.
Sure.
Yeah. The challenges from Melee were fun.
I've had 2 winning ideas tonight: Smash Tournament Edition and Darkstalkers versus X-Men.
Yeah, put that Tournament Edition into the Dream Box.
Yes, into the Dream Box. Yes, we're in the Dream Box.
Something else we can put in the Dream Box. What about this rumor about a Spyro collection?
Yes, please.
Yeah, that's I never really got into the Spyro the Dragon games. I missed out on them.
I played the first 2. I don't really know the third one as well, but the rumor is that excuse me, Spyro the Dragon is going to be revealed and released this fall. The collection, the first 3 games. Let me actually pull it up. Obviously HD remastered.
That Croc knows what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So basically, they're gonna do what
the Crash
they did
Bandicoot
with Crash
treatment.
last year,
Right?
Yes, and they're saying that it's the same people. So let me pull this up here. God, you guys might have to remind me. Sorry, I'm closing my hentai real quick.
Good call.
So it was who was the one that
hentai? That's just weird.
No, it's Skylanders.
So who redid the Insane trilogy?
I don't remember what studio did.
Hang on.
But the point is that it's the same studio that did Crash Insane trilogy.
Yep.
They're redoing Spyro.
They're redoing Spyro. It would
Activision
be
Vicarious Visions.
Okay, there you go.
Yes, Vicarious Visions. So they're doing Spyro the Dragon, and then Ripto's Rage is the second one. Or if you're in Europe or Australia and happen to be watching this, Gateway to Glimmer, I guess is what it's called.
And then Year of the Dragon.
Year of the Dragon is the third one. And if those, I platformer fan, sign me up. If it comes, I will platinum all 3 games. I will do it.
Yeah, I'll be interested in taking a look because I'll be in a mood to play some platformers after Mario Odyssey.
Yep. Did you ever finish that?
Not yet.
God damn it.
Where are you at? Where are you at?
In the beach world.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
He's getting there.
He's getting
Slowly
but
but
he's at.
surely.
That's a cool world. It's
that could
cool.
be his game of the year 2020 when he finally beats it.
So
That's gonna be like Metal Gear Solid 5. Who are we kidding?
Oh,
I'm finally gonna finish that.
Today isn't today the release date? I know none of us are gonna play it.
This is what I was gonna get at. So, you're already shaking your head. Wait a minute.
No, I was just saying we're 90 minutes in. We don't think we really need to cover.
So shut your face. So today was the launch on consoles for Metal Gear Survive. It's coming to PC tomorrow, which is weird. But now everybody I'm gonna get it on PC because first of all, it's not a full 60. It's a $40.
Oh,
so it's $40.
Okay.
I know this is great though because a lot of people like Dave who just hashtag fuck Konami. I get it. But people who are playing this game and give it a chance say, you know what, it's not terrible. It's actually weirdly fun, and it's not full price. I'm gonna check it out.
I'll watch a stream.
Yeah, it looks interesting. Like it's a way to the Metal Gear assets out there. That Fox engine is still great looking in a different kind of thing. Like
Doc Croc, yes, it happened. This game happened.
It's kind of like saying, getting stabbed in the stomach. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Could be worse. Could be my heart. Could be my nuts.
You know.
Jeff Dewis for president 2020.
It
Hashtag.
Sucks,
it's not that bad.
Not that bad.
Yeah, I will not be playing this. I'm sorry.
I'll watch a stream or two. I may even look to see before I go to bed tonight what's going on with it. But
there's streams out right now because it's down on PS4 and Xbox One right now.
It's cashing in on the Metal Gear prestige and the Metal Gear name after what they did to Kojima. No, I will not play this game. It's no.
And there are many people like you and have the right to that opinion.
Many rational people like me who respect Kojima as an artist and as a human being, and here you are saying, it's not a full-priced game. Might as well get it.
I'm also
There's a little twang in there.
So, I will support
fleeting. It's fleeting.
Death Stranding is fleeting?
No. Metal Gear Survive is fleeting.
Watch Death Stranding never happen.
That's not real fun, Jeff. That is fleeting fun.
Hashtag fleeting fun.
Hashtag Jeff for President 2020. It's not that bad.
Not that bad. Fleeting Fun Fridays here at Nerd Bacon. It's the new stream we're having going here. So, I'm gonna at least give it the time of day. How's that? I will at least give it a chance as far as watching it, seeing what it is. Before I end up putting money on it. I'll give it a fair chance. How's that? Also on NerdBacon.com, you can read Justin's MLB The Show 18 preview.
Yeah,
we're talking
you're
about
starting
this.
a series. Is that right?
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure how many parts it'll end up being. I think it'll be 4 with a review, so 5 all together.
That sounds great.
So
by this time next year, I'll have at least one article up there. So we'll.
That's right, you will.
Yeah, once it gets past like Doc Rock and all of the 550.
It's firewalls, man. You can pass the firewalls.
Yeah, this time next year, I'll have my first article up. So Justin, what are you most looking forward to, with this right now?
Well, I don't want to say anything I haven't already mentioned. So first off, obviously, go read the article, nerdbacon.com. Dave was kind enough to help me get it up there, and it's featured on the page. So go read that. It's supposedly a good read. I mean, I don't know. I wrote it or something. But anyway...
it's a good read. I liked it.
So far, what they had said was they talked a lot about the new tagging engine, which is like the biggest thing they revamped. And the same guy who redid the running engine actually worked on the tag engine this year, like redid it from scratch. So they showed some really cool comparisons. And I was trying to get a cool screenshot from the stream. I was having a little bit of struggle, and I wanted to get this up quicker than I probably would have liked. But in 17, because I played a lot of 17, let's say the catcher, there was a ball in the dirt. First off, the guy probably would have scored because they made the catcher ridiculously like robotic. But if you were leading off and you were trying to go back and the catcher tried to pick you off, your third baseman would a lot of times stand in front of the bag. So you would clip through the defender, which was really weird, and you would never be out. You would always be safe. So you never had to worry about if you were going to be called out. This year, at that same scenario, your third baseman stands behind the bag, receives the ball like he should, and he reaches out looking for the arm or the hand or the leg. He doesn't just reach out blindly. He actually will put it to that. So if it's off to the side, he's reaching off to the side. So and the animation's so crisp and so nice that when it actually has the collision, it almost it looked like he tagged him, and then just from the force he tagged and took a step or two back, kind of to say that happened. You know what I mean? Like it actually touched me. Sure. So the tagging engine so far is the biggest thing I'm looking forward to, because there was a lot of weird, again, a ground ball to shortstop. You go to tag the guy running from short to third, and then you go to throw it, and there'd be like, okay, I fielded it, and now I'm going to try to tag it. Oh, my guy missed the tag. Now I got to throw it. Now he's going to wind up and throw. And it kind of sounds a little more choppy than it was, but now it's a simple ground, free tag. Maybe he'll do a spin or something, or just he'll come up and he'll throw it all in a fluid motion. Yeah. And I'm really looking forward to that. The screens in the video they showed look absolutely fantastic.
Cool. When's that game coming out again?
March 27th for anyone. Pre-order it. You get it March 23rd.
Oh, nice. Plus, Big Lee Smith is in the game.
Yes, Lee Smith is in the game. You are correct.
Yeah.
I put up in this first article, I previewed their first set of live streams. So what they're doing is they're doing a weekly live stream leading up to the launch. I take a crazy amount of notes, and then I figure out what's the coolest stuff to put together and put out there. The biggest, obviously, Lee Smith is in the game. The biggest announcement was Babe Ruth.
Right.
Babe Ruth announced. Actually, and I didn't realize it when you seen the first trailer. He's actually they kind of pan up and they show the pants of a New York Yankee, because of course that's actually Babe Ruth. It's not Aaron Judge.
Oh, okay.
So they're like, you actually see Babe Ruth if you see anybody else. You just didn't know.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm somebody who spends hours with Road to the Show mode and stuff like that. I love the MLB shows myself, and looking forward to it myself. So I'll be picking it up around launch time. Maybe not right away, but definitely around launch window.
Yep.
Oh, Sneeze is coming in.
Uh-oh.
All
right. Let's get the home stretch here, people. Personally, I've got a few articles in the bin. Doc, I'm giving you shit, by the way. There's some articles I have there in the preview section. One where I show off every single member of the TMNT in Injustice 2.
Yes.
They're awesome, by the way, playing as TMNT. So they handle it pretty cool, how you can actually play as any turtle as long as you go into the customization and change the weapon. That's how you choose which turtle you have. you start with. And their abilities can... So if you play Leonardo, hit the B button or whatever on PS4, you call in the other turtles. If you're Donatello, you throw like a magnetic mine down. If you're Raphael, you get it. They get their own special individual powers. The gear is shared between turtles. So if you have on one, you have on all four of them, which is kind of cool.
Interesting.
Also, I'm working on my Dragon Ball FighterZ review. It's coming along slowly but surely. And also for Retroary, I brought back up the idea of the old Tiger R Zone.
I saw that.
Woo!
I think it's a piece of shit, but hey. It's part of gaming history.
It was.
I got out of President's Day sales with Rocket League on Switch. I got out of it with... I bought The Surge on PC. The Surge 2 just got announced, by the way. Some VR games. Also be posting my Twitch archive of me playing Sprint Vector earlier today. Streamed a little bit of that, and I feel sore already, but I'll put that archive up on Nerd Bacon as well. Dave, what up?
Not much. I need to get something out for Retroary. I've been a naughty boy this year and haven't done anything. So I'm trying to rectify that. I was fortunate I got out of President's Day sales without buying anything game related. Although I wanted to. I almost bid on Melty Blood. Well, actually no, I will go back. I didn't buy any games.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was about to get Melty Blood on Steam, and I was about to get Evoland 2 on Steam.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't. I did buy a new camera.
There you go.
Specifically for Evo and stuff like that. So
there you go.
That is coming. But game-related stuff, damn ThinkGeek had a sale. So Lauren is showing me all this stuff. So there might be a Ryu statue that lights up, like has a Hadouken that lights up.
Uh-oh.
And there might be a Ryu hoodie that is coming.
There you go. There you go.
And I think some Zelda lounging pants. Yeah.
There you go.
Speaking of Zelda.
Bad.
Speaking of Zelda, I got this beast from Amazon over the weekend.
That is legit. That is
Check that out.
This is the Breath of the Wild official guide expanded edition.
Nice.
For Prime members, it's $23.
Yeah.
Comes with a double-sided map of Hyrule, which I'm not going to unfold. Let me get back together again. Has a walkthrough for the main game. Has all the Korok seeds are, all the DLC stuff. This thing is huge, and getting me back into Zelda.
Nice.
It's worth it, and yeah, I was thumbing through it a little bit before the podcast started. It is magnifique.
At the very least, it's a beautiful book to have.
Yeah. Now, just looking at it, I want to get back into Zelda now. I really want to finish that game. I say that every freaking week.
I have to do it too. You need to finish Mario.
Justin, what have you been playing?
So I escaped President's Day weekend without buying anything game related, but last Wednesday I bought a new 4K TV and a PS4 Pro, my last gift to myself. So dropped a little bit of cash there. As you can see, the box right here over my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
But that was more of my wife and I were like, you know what? If we're going to do this, let's do it now before baby comes, because once that comes, then, got to figure all that out.
Reality will hit you.
Stop buying 4K TVs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we did it now while we could, because we obviously had the money saved up and whatnot, because I've been looking for a while. But I actually, a lot of my time lately I haven't streamed at all. A lot of my time's been really doing a lot of research for the show and trying to get...
Because we're just flying in here like, go.
Somebody's got to do it.
It's true.
And then I did play a little bit of... I went back. I got back into Horizon Zero Dawn a little bit.
Nice.
And then because I know that I'm going to want to get it, I jumped back into, and I'm started from the beginning. I've never beaten this one, God of War 3 Remastered.
Oh,
good call.
Nice.
Yeah, because I know God of War is coming out in April.
God of War.
And I wanted to kind of just make sure I knew everything that had happened from 1 through 3 at least before I jumped into this new.
And then there's Ascension.
Yeah, I know.
That's what Wikipedia is for.
Sure.
Yeah.
So there's Ghost of Sparta, and then there's the other PSP game,
right?
Change of Olympus.
But I'm just talking about the main console, give me those. I'm good. I'm good with those. But yeah, so just that a little bit. Not really much else.
Yeah, but you can, if you want to keep the bacon sizzling, you can find all of us on Twitch. Justin's over at Level Up Justin. I'm at Twitch.tv/Jefferoth. And then Dave streams here at this very Nerd Bacon channel. And we do a lot of that. This weekend, I'm going to be out doing some ring announcing for wrestling. So, this week's episode of JFWF Saturday nights will be either really late or not happening at all. Because I'll be out in beautiful Boone, Iowa, doing ring announcing with the main event featuring Shane Hurricane Helms.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
That's going to be fun for you.
Any parting words, fella, before we take her on home? Because I'm going to play Zelda the rest of the night. Or run my car for the next 2 hours to get it to be not icy.
Parting words of wisdom from me. I'm looking forward to checking out Blanca. And for some reason, I started playing Tekken 7 on Sunday. I spent a good chunk of Sunday not doing other things that I should have been doing and just taking a break and playing Tekken 7.
Give me Noctis.
Tekken 7 is so good, guys. Seriously.
Some would say it's best fighting game of the year.
I forget how good that game is. It is so good. And I was actually doing well. I was winning matches. That's not something that happens.
Good.
I'll keep my mouth shut.
You're fine.
I know.
You're fine.
I know. Sorry. Justin, take us home.
You're good.
Just parting words. Make sure you follow us on all the social medias. Thank you for all your love and support. I'm really excited and happy and proud to have these first 2 articles published. So go take a look at those. Feel free to give me any sort of critiques and leave comments, and follow the rest of the MLB The Show previews, because part 2 is already in the works. Part 3 will probably start late this weekend. And then, I'm going to try to get back into streaming. I just been so focused on getting out of work finally and doing the writing stuff. So make sure you follow us everywhere. And we really appreciate the support. And just remember, we don't hate Melee or their fans.
I was going to say that.
We don't hate you.
That's right. Smash fans, we love you. We put Smash Tournament Edition in our box of dreams.
Yes. We don't hate you, Melee fans or Smash fans. In fact, I consider myself a Smash fan. I'm not really a Melee fan, but we don't hate you. We just... Everybody goes into old folks' home at some point. Let's start putting you out to pasture. Let's figure out what we can do next.
Smash community to be gathered together.
Let's come
Make
together.
Smash babies.
Yes.
All right, now it's getting weird. Thank you all for watching. Follow us all on Bacon.com and our various Twitter and Twitch places. And we'll see you guys here for the podcast next week. I'm Jeff.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Justin.
Stay tasty, everyone.
Peace out.